Shalom and welcome to this week's edition of the Rabbi's Ramblings. I hope you've had a good week. Today we're going to talk about three of the major miracles that occurred to the Jewish people in the desert. Number one, they had the Ananei Hekavod, the clouds of glory, protecting them throughout their journey to make sure that no one was able to attack them. Like we see it by the Red Sea, it protected the Jews from the Egyptians. We also saw that it protected them from scorpions or snakes. Then there was the manna, the food that we ate for about 40 years in the desert. And finally we had Miriam's well. Being that there isn't much water in the desert, God performed the miracle, and we had the stone or the rock that gave forth the water for us to drink. Now let's look at another event in the desert, which was the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. And we see that the Torah has three characteristics which are similar to these three miracles. Number one, manna, food. Food is something that we ingest. We make it personal. So too we see that the Torah is something that we can make personal. There is an idea, a question, a concept that three people learn it. Each one of them will understand it on a different level, in a different manner, because they've made it their own. They've taken their brain, their understanding, and surrounded the idea. They've ingested it. Then there's the Ananei Hekavod, the clouds of glory, surrounding us all as a people. Not looking at the individual, so too the Torah encompasses us all. Each one of us has a portion of the Torah inside of us. And that's why we see that we will, for the most part, always identify as a Jew, even if one is not learned. And finally we have Miriam's well. The well gave us water. The Torah is also compared to water because the Torah teaches us that it's not always or just about how much we learn. The moment that we learn one drop, we've already been infused with the spirituality and the spiritual greatness of the Torah. Because the same way that water when it's on high, that same water when it comes down here is unchanged. The water from the top of the waterfall to the bottom is the same exact water. The Torah, God's wisdom, the way it's above, and then the way I study it is one and the same. So let us all take advantage of the wonderful gift that Hashem has given us, the Torah, and let us call it all our own. Shabbat Shalom, and remember, you matter, so make a difference.